6 degrees Celsius with cloudy skies. Today, you can expect showers, with a high of 9 degrees and a low of 6 degrees.
Hi folks, it's a wet Saturday morning here in the UK. It's still a little bit early. The 80 metres has got a little bit of activity on, but not much. 40 and 20 just starting to wake up. So it's just time to tidy up the radio room, get some of the weekly mess out of the way. And I wanted to use the time to look at the Satnogs, the observations that will be coming through this week. We've had quite a number of observations scheduled through the station here, so we'll have a look at some of the recordings. I have noticed that during the week the rotator stopped rotating, so I had to reboot the Raspberry Pi, which holds the software on that controls the rotator. I suspect what's happening is when the rotator goes over its 0 or 360 degrees, when it goes over, I think somehow that confuses the software. So it finds it very difficult then to reset itself. So I just need to look at some of the settings in the Python script, see if anything there can fix that issue. But a quick reboot and the rotator's back online now. So some of the recordings did not pick up the satellite as much as it could have done. But we've got a few recordings in now from this week, so we'll have a look and then maybe even just schedule a few ourselves. Okay, we've got a few recordings from this week. There's a patch here for recordings that failed with the show up on red. I suspect this is when I had the radio when I had the switched over onto the FT 7900 FM radio when I was operating through the repeaters on the satellite. So I think next time I do that, I'll put the Satnog station into test mode. That way we won't get any scheduled observations that come through as a fail. So we've got a few here that already been they've already been looked at by the observer and flicked over onto green. The NOAA satellite recordings here, even though it's down as a good pass, it's a very, very slim slice, only a small capture of that pass over the house. Even though the pass was directly over the house, it is not a very good pass, really. The unfortunate thing is that with Satnogs, even if it just decodes a small amount of data like it does here, it automatically gives it a good status. That is done automatically in the software, so it's not something that's done by the observer. On the next page, we've got a few good recordings here. The Unisat, we have 9 decodes there, so that's a very good pass directly over the house again. There's 1 or 2 here, about 3, 4 good passes there. So this is when I must have fixed the rotator. Rebooting the Raspberry Pi has helped the rotator to get working again. I think it is mainly when the rotator goes past 0 degrees or 360 degrees against it, so against the parameters, it gets stuck. So I need to look in the configurations or the software and see if I can fix that. So we've got a few recordings here that the observers need to inspect and give it a status. There's one here that I'm quite interested in, which is this SSO-A Mystery 3. And when we look at this, it's a SpaceX small sat. It's part of a express mission. So a number of satellites were deployed. I think 6 satellites were deployed in early December last year. So it'd be interesting if we can capture that observation later today. So that is scheduled for 11 o'clock this morning. So in about an hour and 20 minutes time. So that'd be interesting if we can get a recording from that pass. So it's we're getting a few in now, and hopefully we'll revisit later and see if we can get any data or any recordings from this Mystery 3 satellite. Okay, so hopefully we'll see if we can get some decent recordings today from the scheduled observations. I'm quite interested in the SpaceX small sat, so watch this space for if we can get some recordings from it. If you're interested in the Satnogs, head over to the just Google Satnogs. There's a Wikipedia and the main website for them. Just drop any comments and I'm happy to share information with you. So I hope that was useful. Let's see what we get on the recordings.